This is one of the minerals that is out there that constantly gets pilloried, but it is incredibly essential. Now, I know running a deficiency for women is considerably higher for very obvious and already well-known reasons, but if you don't have enough iron in your diet, it's going to be a significant problem for you because, well, its main function is getting oxygen to your body, and guess what? It's pretty damn important. So, symptoms of iron deficiency and where to find it in food. Well then, let's take a look. This is not going to be a very long boy, but, pause. There is a lot of information to glean from this. The health of the human body requires a variety of nutrients, and iron is one of them. Iron has an important function of transporting oxygen throughout the body, and an iron deficiency can affect our health pretty significantly too. But iron is also one of those things that you can build up a toxicity fairly quickly, so that's why it is maligned in popular culture. Colloquially, everybody is super concerned about their iron intake, but unless you're living the life of, thick-ass T-bone steaks every single day, chances are you're going to be fine. While there are many ways to supplement iron, traditional Chinese, god damn, do we got a Chinese medicine gimmick here, believes the safest way is dietary supplements. Fair enough, man, because outside of, just the negligible amount that I wouldn't even recommend chickpeas, but then again, I'm a strong advocate for paleo, ketogenic diets. Liver, good quality liver is tough to come by. Good quality steaks, same thing as well. The amount you get from spinach, raisins, interesting, eggs, and through green sources, it's very, very negligible. So yes, supplementing with iron is the best possible way to go. But again, that whole toxicity concern, it's very present when you're dealing with supplementation. Iron is an indispensable element in the body. It is an important component of hemoglobin, myoglobin, and cytochrome. Right, okay. However, the body can't produce iron on its own, and it has to derive it from food. The iron intake is too low and can't make up the body's daily loss. It can lead to anemia, which is not great, especially for women. I know this is one of those times where, unironically, I can say, iron deficiency is a problem in people, women most affected. It's actually true in this point, for once. Symptoms of iron deficiency include fatigue, cold hands and feet, tachycardia, shortness of breath, loss of appetite, and brittle nails. Interesting. Iron deficiency in pregnant women can affect the future cognitive development of their children and even lead to anemia, low birth weight, and premature birth. It's interesting because we've had a certain virus float around for the better part of 3 years at this point in time that has quite a few different symptoms in common with an iron deficiency, and their solution is to eat more bugs. Very, very odd. Think the solution that they're pushing and the reasons are also, they don't exactly line up, if you know what I mean. Iron deficiency in children under 2 may also have irreversibly serious consequences for brain development. Iron is absorbed mainly through the gastrointestinal tract, transferred from the gut to the blood for storage, and then supplied to needed tissues and organs through the blood. Li Kuang trying. Stay off of this traditional Chinese medicine stuff. I think it's all hokum, really. I don't just believe in chi. No, I believe in science. Actual science, not the science trademark. People usually get enough iron by having a balanced diet. Yeah, maybe. However, those with hemorrhagic anemia due to surgery, serious injury, gastrointestinal bleeding, gastrointestinal cancer, and other factors should take iron supplements under the guidance of a doctor. Thanks, we needed a specialist from Chinese medicine in order to tell us that you should consult with your healthcare provider. Good stuff. For dietary supplementation, one can choose foods rich in iron to improve iron deficiency anemia. Wow, imagine that. Iron-rich foods include beans, such as red beans, peas, soybeans, black beans, dried bean milk cream and tight rolls. Sorry, what? That sounds totally explicit. Among them, black beans contain 7.2 milligrams of iron, and dry bean milk cream 16.5 milligrams. I'll be honest with you, as a 33-year-old guy, I have never heard of dried bean milk before in my entire life, let alone ever searched out for it. If that's what's included in a balanced diet, there's a reason why I'd be concerned about having enough iron in my diet. Just saying, like, I don't like beans like that, and mostly because they're very high in carbohydrates and very inflammatory ingredients. I just kind of stay away from them because it's just not a good mix. It's not what I'd consider a good dietary practice to include them. Now, I understand if you're Central American, it's like a lot of your cultural dishes have a lot of beans and rice. I was like, well, that's fine and stuff. It's just my ancestry involves a lot of potatoes, and I can't stand the stuff, so, amen, to each their own. Seafood such as clams, oh yes, because that's very common. Seafood such as clams, yes, contain 27.5 milligrams of iron. Vegetables such as spinach and broccoli contain 3.6 milligrams and 1 milligram of iron, respectively. Spinach is a good source of vitamin C, and yeah, a bunch of other things as well. Improves the absorption of iron. Interesting. Nuts such as hazelnuts, I'd give a tacit recommendation to hazelnuts. Almonds, it's kind of touch and go. I've covered, a lot of nuts on the channel, and walnuts are some of them that I give a wholehearted recommendation, which have a 3.2 for hazelnuts milligrams, 3 milligrams for almonds, and 2.9 milligrams of iron for walnuts. I would, yeah, out of those three, I'd probably give the strongest recommendation to walnuts. They're the easiest to find. Hazelnuts, if you can find them, yeah, go for it, but they're kind of expensive. Walnuts are kind of right in that sweet spot. And then almonds, like, yeah, they're really available, but there's some troubling things that are inside the skin as well. It's tough. And then most of the almonds that you find now, they're all flavored with a bunch of different goofy things, and then they put, cheap seed oil over top of it, and then they just put their flavoring on it. So it's yeah, unsalted, roasted, if you can find those, great, fantastic, but tough to come by. Dried fruit, okay, such as raisins, black dates, and red dates. Oh, interesting. I do love me some raisins, not gonna lie. That's one of those things that, I have a soft spot for. 3.8 milligrams, 3.7 milligrams, and 2.3 milligrams of iron, respectively. Yeah, I've had black dates before, not red dates, so normally if it's going to be a red date, she just gets kicked to the curb. Anyways, it's worth noting that pork liver, yo, that doesn't sound good at all. Beef liver I get, because you can get like a pretty decent sized portion, but pork liver? Bruh, contains 17 milligrams of iron, and the liver from other organs of most animals is rich in iron as well. However, it is not recommended to eat them regularly because they're high in cholesterol and fat. Yeah, but your recommendations are worth their weight in lead, so to each their own. Better to absorb iron-rich foods. Lee suggests combining them with fruits and vegetables rich in vitamin C. Okay, kiwi fruit, orange, strawberries, tomatoes, and leafy green vegetables. In addition, using an iron pot to cook can help with diet or daily iron supplements. All right, normally you don't want to leach out of your cooking utensils, but all right then. Iron in the wall of the skillet or wok falls off under the scrape of utensils. After coming into contact with acidic substances in food, chemical reactions occur to produce iron ions, which are mixed into food and increase the iron content in food. In this way, the body can constantly be replenished with trace iron elements. Fair enough, man. Iron deficiency is a problem, and you need to rectify that because, yeah, all of the symptoms, fairly detrimental, alongside many other vitamin, mineral deficiencies. If you come across any of them, get your blood checked out, get your supplementation on point so that you're running at optimal levels. Iron is very much included in that. So, with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.